guys, I have not seen you guys in forever just because I have been just dealing with a lot and like focusing on life changes. But I just wanted to come because I thought I'd drop some knowledge and maybe help someone out there. So these two topics I talk about are gonna kind of tie in with each other because it's just all about awareness. So I kind of wanted to start it off with performative compassion. Being nice is not the same as being kind. And a lot of people are like, wait, what do you mean? It's just like, synonyms. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's actually two different things. In the world that often feels chaotic and divided, acts of compassion and kindness are crucial for, fostering that unity and connection. However, it's essential to distinguish between genuine kindness and performative acts of niceness. I want to know how many of you guys ever met someone who they just felt fake, like they felt too nice. I can count on my hands a couple of people they felt too nice, and they ended up proving why I don't trust people who are too nice. So I'm gonna use some examples, and hopefully people don't take offense to it. Politicians often are performative with their kindness, and this is just my opinion, but they do fall into the trap of using niceness to manipulate public opinion. So I want to emphasize the importance of being truly kind rather than merely appearing nice, to get what you want, because that's what basically people who will manipulate people do. So using performative compassion refers to actions and gestures that are done primarily for show or to gain favor, rather than stemming from genuine concern or empathy. It's a way of presenting yourself as being nice with lacking true kindness. Individuals, that engage in performative compassion are often concerned with appearing virtuous rather than making a positive difference in others' lives. So I brought up the example of politicians. Oh, that's so cool. There's like a I think, is that a hawk or an eagle? Can you guys see? It's like a hawk or eagle. Sorry, I'm very much pro nature, so being out here is just amazing. So what I was saying is where politicians fall with this. Politicians are renowned for engaging in performative sets and acts of compassion. They often make grand gestures, hold publicized events to demonstrate their concern for issues in communities. However, that kind of compassion can be overshadowed by the motives behind it. So have you ever seen a politician or just anyone in general holding a baby, but babies can sense energy, so the baby's looking at them like, oh, you're just holding me for the cameras, you're just holding me so it makes you look good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So like I said, doing that is overshadowed by the motives behind it, such as gaining popularity, gaining your vote, deflecting, attention from controversial actions. A lot of celebrities do these performative acts and, I did this, so forget that I did this in the past, because, people are holding them accountable to their actions. So genuine compassion for those people tend to be a facade, which is it's sad. Being kind is a genuine approach. Unlike niceness, which can often be superficial, fake, kindness comes from a place of empathy, understanding, and a true desire to help others. Kindness is not about seeking validation or personal gain. It's basically your character. That's who you are. That's what you aspire to be. So a lot of people don't even, fall into that category. True kindness goes beyond performative acts and instead of focuses on taking meaningful actions even when they're not received the same level of recognition. I can't even say that word, recognition and praise. You get what I'm saying? So you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart. You're not expecting anything in return. Like, let's just say there's a difference from recording yourself going to feed the homeless versus actually just going out and cleaning up your community, and it makes you feel great that you're helping the community. There was no cameras, nothing there. You're just genuinely being a good person and helping save the planet. So how you should promote genuine kindness is first self-reflection. Assess your own motives and intentions when engaging in acts of compassion. Ask yourself if you're doing it solely for the appearance or truly caring about the well-being of others or the thing that you're doing. Are you saving this dog because you actually care about the dog, or are you saving it in hopes of being on the news or getting money in return? Number 2, connect on a personal level. Instead of one-time gestures, build genuine relationships with those you help. Engage in conversations, understand their needs, and provide long-term support. Number 3, I would say, is actively listen and empathize. Listen to others without judgment, and trying to put yourself in their shoes is helpful as well. Empathy, because I've talked about empathy versus sympathy. Empathy allows you to understand the struggles of and offer support that's appropriate, because you can't understand where they're coming from if you're not listening to where they're coming from, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. I'm trying to explain it as best as I can. And then another thing, well, this is the last thing I can think of, is educate and spread awareness. So look beyond the performative gesture and work toward creating awareness about systematic issues that need long-term solutions. Advocate for policies that address the root cause of problems rather than focusing on temporary fixes. A major event I can think of that's going on right now that a lot of people can actually get involved with is what's going on in Gaza. So you see a lot of college students actually getting involved and protesting, using their rights to help bring awareness to where our tax money is going to and things of that sort. So although reposting a video was helping, what are you actively doing to make sure this doesn't occur again, or people are aware of the issues in certain places? Are you reading up on this? Are you reading on politicians who don't agree with what's going on, and are you preparing yourself to vote for them? Like, there's various things that you can do in order to help with that situation. So I would say, that is where you could start off. So what I'm saying for this topic in specific is performative compassion may be prevalent, particularly among politicians or celebrities, but it is crucial to recognize its shortcomings. By choosing to be genuinely kind, we can establish authentic connections, which I feel like a lot of people are straying away from. There used to be communities that you could rely on, not even just like for materialistic things, like come to them when you need like emotional help or stuff like that. I feel like we need to get back to that stuff. You can, outside of creating authentic connections, you can address societal issues with empathy. And I want to put emphasis on that, with empathy, and create positive change. Let us move away from the illusion of superficial niceness and cultivate a world built on sincere kindness. So find something that you genuinely are concerned with. Like, for example, I'm concerned with the environment. So if I'm outside volunteering, going to clean up parks, or if I could go somewhere and plant a tree, I'm there. Like, I've done some work for a retirement home where I went and cleaned up their like flower beds and stuff. Like, just getting my hands dirty or educating myself on ways that we can save the turtles or stuff like that. I'm doing that because it's important to me. Like, I feel like we shouldn't have to keep losing animals for our selfishness of using products that are ruining the environment, or but speaking of like performative kindness and niceness, that brings me to the next topic, because this is very, 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 very important to me, and I don't think a lot of people get it. So it's about the power of self-validation and choosing the right audience. And by audience, I mean people in your corner. I mean your friends, family, making sure they're in your corner before you share your accomplishments with them. And if you don't have anyone in your corner, knowing that you can celebrate your accomplishments on your own. So, like, achieving successes and milestones in life is a cause for celebration and pride, as we all know. However, it is vital to be selective about sharing your accomplishments and recognizing when it's beneficial to celebrate with yourself. So I decided to, delve in this topic of the importance of self-validation and the hidden aspects of jealousy and envy, and how our achievements can reveal the nature, around us. So I'll use my story as an example. I'll do a brief story. That way we're not getting too much into it. So I had this friend, and I was 100% there for her, during the times where she was like looking for a job, her dream job. I was like, what can I do to help? I was 100% there for her. I wanted her dreams to come true. She finally got her job. We had dinner, we celebrated. She just told me how she was going to decorate her office, like everything that she was looking forward to. So I was a little bit younger than her. So years later, we were catching up, and she was like, so how have things been going? And I told her I got this job. Was it my dream job? It kind of like went sideways from what I originally went to school for. So I was like, this caught me off guard, but I mean, I guess this is the path I'm going on, but this is my job. And it was a very cool job, like paying, like required a lot of intellect. And as soon as I told her my job, the energy and the dynamic between us 100% switched. It's like I told her, like, oh, I'm moving to Aruba and someone else paid for it. Like, it was just, you can sense the energy switch. And I wouldn't say necessarily, I would hope not, I don't know, we had to ask her side of the story, but I would hope she didn't look down on me or was only friends with me because I made her feel better about her life. But that's what it kind of felt like, because after that conversation of me sharing like my new path and my new job, I had not heard from her. To this day, I have not heard from her, which is sad because I did enjoy the friendship, but I would want a friend who supports what I'm going through, and is there for me with my ups just as much as my downs. So that's my story and what I'm about to talk about. So here's the significance of celebrating alone. While sharing your accomplishments with loved ones can bring joy and validation, there are times when celebrating alone can be just as meaningful. Taking the time to acknowledge, this one feels so good. Acknowledge your hard work, perseverance, and growth in solitude allows for introspection and deeper sense of personal pride. It also shields your achievements from potential negative energy or envy that can arise when shared with others. Because a lot of people can send you evil eye and you wouldn't even know it. So a lot of people also mix up, there's terms that people mix up all the time, but I already talked about one, so I'm going to talk about another, and that is jealousy versus envy. Jealousy and envy are both complex emotions that manifest in subtle ways, even among well-meaning individuals. When you share your accomplishments, some people may struggle with feelings of inadequacy or comparison. Comparison is what leads to jealousy and envy. Again, I'm going to say that again. Comparison is what leads to jealousy and envy. Okay? So The comparison will lead them to react with envy rather than genuine happiness for your success. Recognizing those underlying emotions can help you navigate interactions with greater understanding and discernment. Sorry, this wind is strong. It feels good, but it's about to knock my water over. So what I'm trying to say is learn who your supporters are. One of the most valuable lessons that come from sharing your accomplishments is discovering who your true friends and supporters are. Genuine friends will celebrate your successes wholeheartedly, offer encouragement, and be there for you in both triumphs and challenges. On the other hand, individuals who respond with indifference, competition, or belittlement may reveal their true colors, helping you discern who genuinely wishes you well. Right? So if you have to rewind this video back and play just that specific part, do that. That's how you can kind of choose who is your genuine friend and who isn't. You can weigh out who is actually there for you, not just for the good times. But I also want to step into the importance of self-validation. While external validation and recognition can be gratifying, the most significant validation comes from within yourself. Learning to appreciate and celebrate your accomplishments independently fosters self-confidence, resilience, and a sense of worth that transcends external opinions. By cultivating self-validation, you build a strong foundation for continued growth and success, unaffected by fleeting opinions of others. Sorry, I took a break. I had to see what I always like to check my surroundings, can't be too, aware. So celebrating mindfully, I would say when choosing to share your accomplishments with others, do so mindfully. Okay? Consider the intentions and dynamics of your relationships and be cautious of hidden jealousy or envy. Celebrate with those who uplift you and support you genuinely. And remember that it's equally important to celebrate your achievements alone as a form of self-empowerment and reflection. And we can jump into needing to, celebrate your friends as well. If those friends who celebrate with you, you need to be showing up for them just as much. That's what makes friendships, great. It should be equal give and take. So, in conclusion, because I know I jabbered on, but I'm hoping I'm helping somebody. But as you navigate the journey of achieving your goals and milestones, remember that the power of self-validation and discernment in sharing your accomplishments. And this one is so strong, it's like moving the camera. By celebrating with yourself, acknowledging hidden emotions such as jealousy and envy, and recognizing true supporters in your life, you can cultivate a deeper sense of self-worth and authenticity on your path to success. So it's about self-awareness as well as being aware of your surroundings. So I hope I helped someone, at least one person. If I did, please like and comment. Let me know if you have sat and thought about this. Bring this topic up with your friends and family. I want to know what everyone thinks, and hopefully I help somebody, because that's really all I want to do in life is help somebody. And if I just help one person, it would mean a lot. But let me know, subscribe, and I'm gonna try to get better at putting videos out. I kind of was discouraged for a minute. I was like, I don't think I'm reaching or helping anyone, but hopefully I'm helping at least one person. So hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll try to create more stuff for you. I love you all, and thank you.